Functions that call themselves are called as recursive functions. These functions call themselves repeatedly until a particular condition is met. Usually recursive functions are made use of to solve mathematical problems. For example, finding factorial of a number. Factorial of a number, say factorial of 5, can be computed as 5 into factorial of 4. Factorial of 4 in turn can be computed as 4 into factorial of 3. Factorial of 3 can be computed as 3 into factorial of 2. Factorial 2 can be computed as 2 into factorial of 1. And factorial of 1 is nothing but 1. In this way, we can break down a complex problem into simpler steps and then compute the result using the concept of recursion. Now we'll consider the same example, that is the example to find factorial of a number, to see the working of recursive functions. Here's a program which makes use of a recursive function called fact to compute the factorial of a given number. The task is to find factorial of the number 5. The fact function contains a call to itself. Hence it is a recursive function. In order to find the factorial of a number, given any number n, if the value of n is 0 or if the value of n is 1, this function will return 1. Otherwise, the function is going to return n into factorial of n minus 1. So this acts as the stopping criteria for our fact function. Our fact function is going to call itself repeatedly until the value of n reaches 1 or 0. Now let us take a look at the execution of this function for fact of 5. So when through our main function, when fact of 5 is called, this function is called. The value of 5 is not equals to 0, it is not even equals to 1, so this condition is false. Else return 5 into fact of 4. This expression cannot be evaluated because right now we do not know what exactly is fact of 4. This statement makes a call to the function fact, passing 4 as the argument. So now as a result of this expression, fact of 4 will be called. Once again this condition is false. N is neither 0 nor 1. Therefore, this function fact of 4 is going to return 4 into fact of 3. Fact of 3 is unknown, so it makes a call to fact of 3. Once again, n is not 0, n is not 1. Therefore, it will return 3 into fact of 2. Fact of 2 is unknown, hence a call to fact of 2 is made. Once again, this condition is false, hence 2 into fact of 1 is called. Next, we make a call to fact of 1. Now the passed argument is 1. The value of n is 1. So the condition, if n equals to 0 or if n equals to 1, return 1. This condition is true. So fact of 1 will be evaluated to 1. It will return the value 1. So in place of fact of 1, the value 1 will be returned. This helps us to evaluate fact of 2 as well, because fact of 2 can now be evaluated as 2 into 1. So fact of 2 returns 2 into 1, that is 2. This in turn helps us to evaluate fact of 3, which returns 3 into 2, that is 6. 6 is returned to this place. Fact of 4 can now be computed as 4 into 6, thus returning the value of 24 to the previous function. Fact of 5 will now compute the value and return the value to the main program as 5 into fact of 4, which has returned the value 24. So 5 into 24 returns 120. So this is how recursive functions work.